Hey, it's Benji Cole, son of Al Cole from CBS Radio and host of the syndicated talk show, People of Distinction. The talk that gives you an in-depth view of some of the most dynamic, intelligent, and successful people on the planet. Run to our website, alcoleenterprises.com for more info. Email me through benji@alcoleenterprises.com if you'd like to get involved with what we have going. And as always, please continue to like and follow our broadcasts. People of Distinction is internationally syndicated solely due to the love and support that you all continue to give. We're available across all major distributors, and as long as you keep following, we're going to continue to put out the content. Now sit back and strap in, because on the line with us today, we have the impressive Alexis Sisco. Now we're going to be discussing her amazing book, Inside Gossip. Available for purchase through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and a whole host of other places. People, I'm telling you, type it into a search bar and you're going to be greeted with all of it. But while you're at it, man, check out some other things that she has in store, because Alexis has a lot in store, okay? First and foremost, she's created her own champagne, which instantly, for some reason, I find myself thirsty. I don't understand what's happening right now. But you're going to want to head on over to straight.com. Now, spelled a little differently. All right, we got some flavor here. So I want to make sure you got it correct. That is strayte.com. That is a one-stop shop for her champagne. There's going to be merchandise on the website. It's going to have it all. Check it out. But also, Alexis she's a musician as well. She's a singer under the name Champagne. You're going to want to check her out on IG. That's straight, like the website, STRAYTE_champagne through IG. But also check her out on YouTube, Alexis Sisco 7530. I'm telling you, man, there's a lot. Like I mentioned, type it into a search bar and you're going to be greeted with all of it. But you need to get involved, because she has a lot happening and you're going to want to check it all out. Before we go any further, I want to quickly point out the fact that Alexis was brought to us by one of the best publishing firms in the business, Author Reputation Press. So for my writers out there who have gone through their process, moving their book is now the challenge, right? You've created it, but you need someone to assist getting it out there. Contact Author Reputation Press, people. They're one of the best movers in the business. That's authorreputationpress.com. Head on over there. Check out the ways their fantastic team is going to help you do just that. And listen, it is a true pleasure to have Alexis here on the line. Her book, Inside Gossip, man, it is a literary whirlwind, okay? It is where secrets spread faster than small town rumors. And her main protagonist, Tova, her quote-unquote boring life unravels in the most deliciously chaotic of ways. Trust me when I tell you, this is one you're not going to be able to put down. It is a roller coaster of a ride. Imagine your darkest secret, your quietest moment, hijacked by drama. I'm telling you, it's something we don't want to find ourselves in. But if we're watching it through a reality TV show, man, we get the popcorn ready, we get the champagne pulled up, and we sit back and we just enjoy. This is exactly that in literary form. Sit back and strap in, man. This is going to be one you're going to want to pick up. First and foremost, Alexis, welcome to People of Distinction. Thank you very much for being a guest. How you doing today?
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for that wonderfully thorough introduction. Hats off to you.
Well, I appreciate it, Alexis. I believe in a collaboration. So what I'm going to say to you is you set up a fantastic roadmap for me to follow. So listen, all praise is right back to you. And listen, you've done a lot of things, girl. You are a movement in and of itself. So it is a pleasure to have you here with us. It truly is a delight and an honor. Welcome to the show. And I want to start at the foundation, right? We can't go anywhere else but learning a little bit more about you. So who is Alexis Sisco?
Well, Alexis Champagne Sisco is a wonderful array of things. I basically describe myself as a person that embodies all planets, all zodiacs, because I have all these personalities and characteristics that, they go into hiding and they come back out. But, I'm from Baltimore, originally born and bred, also having Caribbean roots. My mom is from Trinidad, and rumor has it, my family on my father's mother's side originated from the Bahamas, and they migrated over to the U.S. And so-called I'm born free. So that's wonderful to me, and I've done a lot of research. So I'm born free on both sides. Yeah, it's very, very important to me.
Love that. Of course. Absolutely. Alexis, I want to now go into the book, but not even into the narrative itself. We'll cover that. But I got to start off with inspiration first and foremost, right? Your book is titled Inside Gossip, and it explores how gossip shapes your main character's life, Tova. Well, I'm curious to know, was this inspired by some real life circumstances, or is it purely fictional?
Well, why not giving too much away? There are some sprinkles because, in life we come across people, and myself, I have a lot of the characteristics that my protagonist, has. People tend to tell me a lot, and I tend to, have people gravitate. They feel comfortable. So just like Tova, I've experienced a lot of things vicariously through other people. And once you get so much information, you seem to have to pour out in some way, because if you keep all these things, then it's eventually going to make you pop. So at some point, I just decided for entertainment purposes to start penning a book, and all these little trinkets started coming out. And I'm like, okay, how do I twist and turn this so that it doesn't go any one direction? So because I noticed that through patterns, there are people that are existing in the same space that I'm writing, and I want it to be as fictional as possible, but there are some people that are living this life.
Listen, Alexis, some people may stop telling you certain things when this book hits the fan and it really gets out there, and people are going to be like, wait, is that me? Hold on, I told her that in secrecy. But I know things have been changed, of course, to protect identity. But,
Oh, no. Actually, they're all fictional characters. It's just that in today's society, unfortunately, it's a pattern that's kind of starting to be a general pattern. So it's really not on me. That's why it's on a person's accountability and reflection.
Well, Alexis, without further ado, tell us more about this fantastic book, Inside Gossip.
Well, Inside Gossip is basically, it's made to basically make you visualize your choices and visualize the person that you're connecting to, and the fact that you guys might have secrets that might be better off. Either you might want to be transparent, or you might just want to skip out on that person altogether, because, hey, we can all live a good life. We can all live a good life if we kind of live in the truth. But I mean, that varies. Everybody has their own definition of truth, right? But that also gets us in trouble, too.
People, I'm telling you, this is one you need to pick up. Again, it's called Inside Gossip. It's Amazon. It's a lot of other places. Check out her personal website, straight.com, STRAYTE, just to make sure you don't misspell it. Check her out on IG, straight_champagne. Her YouTube page, Alexis Sisco 7530. I'm telling you, there's a lot happening, a lot you're going to want to get involved in. Check them all out. My follow-up question now, curiosity for myself. You have a whole host of characters that are brought up, and one of which that really sticks out is that crazy wild cousin. Well, I think I know the answer to this next question, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Throughout this writing process, Alexis, who would you say was probably the most fun character to write?
The most fun character to write actually was CG. All of them were kind of fun, but you gotta find out how truly fun it was in the next book, because I've got 2 more excerpts coming up. But the one that I felt like had the most fun in the situation, I think it was Dominic, actually. Without giving too much away, I think Dominic had the most fun because even though things went the way they went, Dominic lived everything. Even though his result changed things dramatically, he lived his truth and he owned up to it in the end.
As we start to close out of this book, Alexis, and thank you very much for plugging the fact that there's more on the horizon, because that's a great thing. We know that the journey doesn't end here. I do want to give you an opportunity to go in some of your other projects here, but I'm curious to know, you mentioned the reflection that you're going to want readers walking away from your book with. And It's interesting because, when we were doing research and preparation, one of the taglines that we came across is imagine walking into a room where your circumstances aren't your choices. And I think that says so much, right? That speaks volumes. So I'm curious to know, should readers walk away questioning how much control they really have over their own lives or even over the perception of their lives to others?
You know what? That depends on perspective, but you should have some control. Don't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you should. I'm just saying that that's an interesting question that's now posed through your description.
Oh, definitely. Discipline is key. I mean, we all have free will, but what will you do with it?
Well, see, now we're getting philosophical here, Alexis. This book is much more than entertainment. This book can get you deep. I love it. Okay, well, I said I was going to close out of the book there. I lied. I have one other question I want to ask, okay? If you had the opportunity to enter this world that you've constructed and you could actually participate or be one of the characters and live in the moment, which page would you choose to enter and experience and why?
Oh, being as though the story is still unfolding. I'll keep that one to myself. But as for now, I'd pick the safest. The safest option would be Tova for now. But as we go along, you'll find that there are some very interesting characters that you probably want to walk in their shoes. Probably not permanently, but you definitely want to try it out.
As we close out of here, Alexis, talk to us a little bit more about some of your other projects. I mean, you got your champagne, you got your music. Tell us a little bit more about it so our listening audience really knows more about who you are and some of your other artistic endeavors.
All right. Well, as a person that's pretty much very eclectic and out of the box, I sing. I am very much into spirituality. I am not trapped by the religion thing. And I just keep it moving. I don't look to spoil other people's meat. If that's what you like, that's what you like. But I just try to keep it moving and try to keep it positive as much as possible.
People, I'm telling you, she has a lot to offer. This book is really just the first stop. Remember, there's more on the horizon. Check out everything that she has, from her champagne to her music to her literary creations. You are going to be given a gift, and you know where to go to receive all of that. Head on over there today. Figure out why I'm saying these things, man, because I promise you, you're going to walk away feeling the exact same way. Alexis, this has been a true pleasure, an absolute honor. Thank you once again for being a guest on People of Distinction.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me once again.